Welcome to all ABVK group of institution. I'm going to explain that social science subject, 7th standard, lesson number 3, Bhakti cult and Sufi heritage. So, who are king in north side and southern side? So, in south and north India, Alvas and Dasas. Okay, in north and south side, Alvas and Dasa, and in the north India, Saint. Saints means Sufi. Okay, Sufi were created the social awakening through the Bhakti cult. South and northern side, Indian and Halwas. South and northern India, Alvas and Dasa, and North India, Sufi created the social awakening through the Bhakti cult. So, what is the introduction of this lesson? India's society is inclusive of many cultures. In this society, caste system, superstitious and procedure rituals were deep rooted. So it was believed that attaining moksha for the common man was impossible. Common man was not possible to attain the mokshas. The medieval society was under the impression that common people were not eligible for such destiny. In when it is having like the impression means in medieval society, who are having the impression common people are having like that, so they are not the eligibility to such destiny. During this period saints, halvas, dasas of bhakti cult, and they making the tradition, they brought the traditions in social religious reformation. See, can you see that picture? So the Brahmins belongs to the highest caste. They are pressed to the scholars. They are called as a scholars because they are well known about the Sanskrit language. Next, Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas are the soldiers and they defeated to the war in warriors. Next, Vaishyas. Vaishyas are merchant and they are the professions, means they are the what we will call vaishyas, they are the merchants, they have the own shops, but remaining last one is the shudras are the lowest caste. Which is the lowest caste? Shudras. They are the laborers and servants. Who are that? Shudras are laborers and servants. Next we have to see that this is the superstitious, means blind faith. So we should not break the glass. The cat should not come whenever we are going outside. The cat should not cross the road. And the date Friday, we have some days, for example Friday we should not cut the hairs. And we have to keep that things. And lizard will not fell on our body. So like that, so many, it will not make the sound. These are the superstitious we have in that society. When is in medieval history, 7th or 8th century, we are seeing these things and all. Next, so by the time who came, the Bhakti cult came to India, and they are making, and they are given the more important to the common people. So that people, they are stressed about the brotherhood. The brotherhood is universal brotherhood. Each and everyone are the brothers. We have to help for them. So the Bhakti is the best way to attain the moksha. Which is the best way? Bhakti is the best way to attain the moksha. It is the path and called the Bhakti cult. Next, what is the meaning of Bhakti? Means that is the Bhakti word comes from the Sanskrit word. The Bhakti is there, no, that is word comes from the Sanskrit. The word Bhuj. Bhuj means knowledge. Now you understand. Bhakti means Bhuj, knowledge. Whatever who are having the knowledge, no, that is called as a Bhakti. Next, gist or Bhakti cult. What is the important things in the Bhakti cult? Bhakti cult condemned the discrimination and it preached the equality. Who preached the equality? Bhakti cult. That saints and albas, dasas people will be there. No? They are condemned and discrimination. It preached the equality. The saint of Bhakti cult opposed and condemned the superstitious practices. They are strongly opposed to the superstitious and caste system. They undertook the task. They undertook the task of uniting, means all are equal. So that is very people will attract for that. So according to Sufi saint, dharma is a love. What do you mean by dharma? Dharma is a love and service to the mankind. Okay, Sufi, according to Sufi saint, dharma is a love and services to the mankind. God is only one, not many, who preached. So bhakti cult, they preached for us. Next, in Bhakti heritage, how it is started in South India. So Andal is one among the 12 halvas of Vishnu devotees of Tamil Nadu. Who were the who is the father? Vishnu Chaita. Andal is the daughter of Vishnu Chaita. He was a Periyalvar. In Tamil Nadu, they were called as a Periyalvar for Vishnu Chaita. He was making the flower garland. Who was making? Vishnu Chaita was making the flower garland and offered to the Krishna temple where Srivilliputturu. Anda's original name was Goda Devi. She devoted for Krishna and she claimed her he was her husband. Who is her husband? Krishna. Krishna was her husband. And she wrote Tirupami book and dedicated to the God. She wrote the Tirupami book and dedicated to the God. And also we can see that Tirupami Vrata were celebrated in the Tamil Nadu. It is very famous ceremony. According to the Alvas, all Vishnu devotees who are the devotees, Vishnu devotees will be then all are equal to their birth. Okay, all are equal to their birth. Should not be questioned. No one should not question for the birth. And they were strongly discrimination about the caste and criminal offenses who are making the caste system discrimination. No? They strongly dislike the caste one, and also that is the caste discrimination is a criminal offenses they were believed. Who alvas they were believed. Next, Akka Mahadevi. Akka Mahadevi is one will come from the Vachana period. Before that, what is her childhood name is Mahadevi. Mahadevi is her name. When we can see in the 12th century where she born in the Huduttadi of Shivamogga district. Who were the parents of Akka Mahadevi? Nirmala Shetty and Sumati were the parent of Akka Mahadevi. Akka Mahadevi immersed means she liked in Shiva Bhakti. She is very liked in Shiva Bhakti. Since her childhood, she climbed Channa Mallikarjuna himself, her husband. Channa Mallikarjuna is a god. He is her husband, and her parents forcefully, but she is always believing like that, no. So that's why the parents what they did, they believed that they forcefully got married with the king Kaushik. They forcefully got married with the king of Kaushika, but she found a hindrance to the her service. She is not like that, but she is always busy with the Guru Linga Jangama. But after some days, the king Kaushik was angry with Mahadevi. That time she left the palace and she came to Anubhava Mandapa. That time she got the name of Akka in Basavarna, Lama Prabhu. Many more Shiva Sharanas will be there in the Anubhava Mandapa. There she got the Akka name. Next, she wrote many vachanas under the pen name of Channa Mallikarjuna. And she respected to the Shiva Sharanas. Who respected to the Shiva Sharanas? Akka Mahadevi. And she left Kalyana and she went to the Sri Shaila. After she left the Kalyana and went to the Sri Shaila, end of their life, she left her mortal body in the Kadali forest. Where she left in the mortal body in the Kadali forest of Sri Shaila. Next, Purandara Dasaru. Purandara Dasaru is one of the important person in Kannada Dasa literature. Purandara Dasaru born in the Purandaragada. Srinivasa Nayaka is the first name. Parents, who were the parents? Varadappa Nayaka and Leelavati were the parents of Purandara Dasaru. Who was a wife? Lakshmi Bai. She was very religious woman. So Srinivasa Naika was a miser and an atheist, means very jipuna. Okay, he's not spending single 1 rupees also. After the incident, he traveled. He left. He given all the money. Who are the poor? Who want the money? And which people they need the things? He given all those things, and he went. He traveled many places like singing kirtanes, and at last he reached the Krishna Devaraya court. who reached the Krishnadevaraya court? Purandaradasaru reached the Krishnadevaraya court. Vyasarayaru gave him to Diksha and called him as a Purandara. Vyasarayaru gave him Diksha and called the Purandara. He condemned the caste system. We can see that combination of philosophy, moral, musical qualities in his songs. He is known as a Karnataka Sangita Pitamaha. Who is the Karnataka Sangita Pitamaha? Purandara Dasaru is the Karnataka Sangita Pitamaha, father of Carnatic music. He wrote kirtanas with the pen name of Purandara Vidala. He worshipped by his own guru Vyasarayaru. Purandara Dasa is the ultimate as a Dasa. Next, we have to move on the Kanakadasaru. Kanakadasaru is one of the famous Kirtanakaras of Dasa literature. When he born in the 1508 CE at Bada village, Bankapura Taluk in the Haveri district. Who were the parents? Beirappa and Bachama were the parents of Kanakadasaru. What is the first name? Timmappa is the original name of Kanakadasaru. He was a warrior and also a poet. He was a famous poet. He renounced worldly things, became the disciple of Vyasarayaru. He is the guru of Kanakadasaru. Disciple means he is following the guru of Vyasarayaru. Later he is known as a Kanakadasaru. After Vyasarayaru, he gave the name Kanakadasaru. He composed many kirtanas with under the name of Adi Keshava. He composed many kirtanas with the pen name of Adi Keshava. Kanakadasaru criticized the superstitious and society and preached the simple path. He is preached that simple path of the attaining moksha. In them also criticized caste system in his sense. Okay, he's criticized the superstitious caste system and he pledged the simple way to attain the moksha. And also we can see that Kanakana Kindi. This is the Kanakana Kindi where we can see in the Udupi temples. Okay, so the priest of Udupi temple stops the Kanaka from entering the temple. It is said that Lord Krishna, pleased by his devotion, turned his face towards the west of the Kanaka. This was named as a Kanakana Kindi. When one day he went to the Udupi Krishna temple, but priest, the Purohita is not, and said Brahmin people, he is not allowing inside the temple. So he went back to the temple and he is singing the song, but the Krishna mortal body or face turned to the back. And still now also we can see that. So that is famous for Kanakana Kindi. And also he wrote many books, which are those Hari Bhakta Sara, Nalacharita, Ramadana Charita, Mohana Tarangini. It is one of the Sangita Kavya. These are the work he done that. Next we have to move on the Shishinala Sharifa. Shishinala Sharifa is the first Kannada Muslim mystic poet. He is known as the Kabir of Karnataka. He was 1819, he was born. Where he born? He born in the Shishinala. Who were the parents? Imam Saab and Hazma were the parents of Shishinala. He is one of the Hindu and Islamic religion in his childhood. He is Hindu and Islamic religion education he took from childhood. He took Diksha from Govinda Bhatta. Who took from Diksha? He took Shishinala Sharif was took Diksha from Govinda Bhatta and wrote many Tattva Padas like Kalagapada, Dharmika, Niti Pada, Alavi Pada, Saval Jawab Pada are famous. Kalagapada, Dharmika, Niti Pada, Alavi Pada, Saval Jawab Pada are the famous. He tried to spread the humanity behind the barrier of caste and religion. Next, we have to move on the Bhakti heritages of North India. That is Kabir Das. Kabir Das in 1398 to 1518. He is a famous saint of Bhakti cult. He was a disciple of Ramananda. He is following the Guru of Ramananda. And he tried to bring the harmony between the Hindu and Muslim religions. Who were the parents of Kabir Das? Nero and Nima were the parents of Kabir Das of Varanasi. He condemned the caste system, luxurious life, and discrimination based on the religion. Allah and Rama are the two names of one God. He thought I am the son of the both gods. He taught his philosophy throughout the Doha. What is that? Doha means two lines. Okay, two lines of that poet. It is very simple and easy to understand by common man. If follow who are following for the Kabir Das, no, that persons we call as a Kabir Pantas. Next, Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak is the founder of the Sikh religion. He was born in the 1469 CE at Talawadi in Punjab. Who were the parents? Mehetakala or Kalachanda Trupata. Mehetakala Kalachanda were the father, Trupata were the mother. He stressed on the good views. He stressed on the good views of Hindu and Muslim religions. His songs called as Japaji, where we can see that songs, we can see that songs in Grantha Sahiba. What is Grantha Sahib? It is a holy book of Sikhism. Sikh cult has given the importance for japa and good deeds. Sikh culture will be then that religion has given more importance to the japa and good deeds. He stressed the gender equality. Each and everyone are equal, no man and woman. Everyone are equal. So one can gain the guru through the bhakti, and with the bhakti, one can attain the moksha. Who can gain the guru with the bhakti? That person can gain the attain the moksha or mukti. So he strongly condemned that idol worshipping and caste system and sati system. This things he is strongly condemned, dislike that. Next, Tulsidas. Tulsidas was the first person to support the Bhakti Marga in North India. He was born in the Rajpur of town, Chitrakuta district, Uttar Pradesh. Parents: Atmaram Dubey was the father, Tulsi Devi his mother. Which section are religious means he is a Vaishnavism. And he wrote philosophy, Ramanandi and Sampradaya, the famous philosophies. Guru. Narahari Dasa was the guru of Tulsi Dasaru, and he wrote many literary works that Lamacharita Manasa and Vinaya Pratika are the famous literary works like Tulsi Ramayana and Ramabhakta Tulsi Dasa. These are the famous literary works done by Tulsi Dasaru. Mirabai is renowned saint of India. She was, and also she's called as a Radha of Kali Yuga, for whom we called as a Radha of Kali Yuga. Mirabai. Mirabai is a renowned, means famous. She is very famous saint in India and also called as a Radha of Kali Yuga. She born 1498, Kudaki, and Kudaki, Pali district of Jodhpura state, Rajasthan. She is in Hindu religion. Who are the parents? Raja Ratan Singh, Veera Kumari, or the mother. And spouse, Bhojaraja. She is married with a spouse, Mewar king, that is Bhojaraja. Her mother-in-law was opposed to her worshipping the Lord Krishna, but Mirabai could not tolerate on this thing. She left that Vrindavana and she pilgrimages of the places like the Sri Krishna. And she loved the philosophy from her childhood days. Girindhara Gopala is her favorite god. She has remained eternal. She has remained eternal due to her thousands of bhajanas. Next, Chaitanya. Chaitanya was born in the 1485 CE, Naradvipa or Naidu in Bengal, West Bengal. Who were the parents? Jagannatha Mishra and Sri Devi were the parents. What is the original name? Vishwambara, Guru, Ishwarapuri. Chaitanya left his family and took sannyasa at the age of 25. He rejected the casteism. Bhakti is the only way to attain the mukti. Universal love is the first step towards the God. He traveled to the pilgrimage, means religion places, India, and spread the message of love and teaching. And also, what he teaching for the people means love. brotherhood and generosity, kindness of the essence, means nature's principles of teaching. Hare Krishna culture has been influenced by him, who Chaitanya. The Bengalis call him Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also treat him as a increation of the Lord Krishna. For Chaitanya, they will call as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he is the increation of Lord Krishna. And what is the results of Bhakti cult? Bhakti saints created the harmony between Hindu and Muslims. Bhakti saints wrote in simple common languages with the enrich of languages of the common man. Unity of God, one God through know by different names. Unity of God is one, but we are given many names. Bhakti intends love and devotion, the only way to salvation. We have to self-surrounded. Condemnation of the rituals, ceremonies, and blind faith, superstitious. Rejection of idol worship by many saints. They are not like to do the idol worship. Stress to the gender equality. Stress to the gender equality. Needed to guru for guidance, advocate by something, and preaching the through local and regional language and traveling from the place to place from spreading the religious messages. These are the important points we learned in the Bhakti cult. Yes, no. Next, we have to move on the heritages of Sufi. Like Kabir Das, Kanaka Das, Chaitanya, and other brought the new awareness among the Hindus. Kabir Das, Kanakadasaru, Chaitanya, and Purandaradasaru, they brought new awareness about the Hindu religion. And like that, okay, who will brought that Sufi or Muslims? Sufi saints brought new awareness among the Muslims. They worked for the harmony among Hindu and Muslims. They worked for the harmony between the relationship between the Hindu and Muslims. The Sufi cult originated in Arabia, the found in Arabia. Later entered in the India. First it is founded in the Arabia, later it is entered into the India later. The word Sufi comes from the word Saf. Saf means clean and clear. The Saf, the Sufi saints were mystic. Mystic means very clever or genius. Okay, mystic atindriya. So and also they are used to wear woolen cloths or dresses. Who are wear woolen cloths? The Sufi saints wear the woolen cloths. What is the essence of Sufi cult? God is one, he is powerful, we all are his children. God is only one person, he is very powerful. We all are his children. We all are his children. Encourage the good deeds. What is the good deeds? Good work. He encouraged that. Sufi cult encouraged the good deeds, good works. All are equal. In that society, each and everyone are equal. And they were opposed to the caste system. Sufi cult, they were opposed to the caste system. Sufi were influenced by yoga and Vedanta by Buddhist thought. They were influenced, means they were very interested about the yoga, Vedanta, and Buddhist thought. Dharma. Dharma means service to mankind. What do you mean by Dharma? Dharma means service mankind. There are the important physical, philosophical thoughts in that Sufi saint. Next, who will come? Nizamuddin Hawliya. He is one of the Muhammad Nizamuddin Hawliya is known as Hazrat Nizamuddin. He was a Sunni Muslim scholar. He is famous Sunni Muslim scholar. Scholar is nothing but a person who study and gain the mastery in one or more discipleness. Okay, and he is one of the most famous Sufi on India subcontinent. When he born in the 9th October 1238. Where he born in the Uttar Pradesh. And who were the parents? Abdul bin Hamad Al Sani Badaini and Bibi Zuleka were the parents of Nizamuddin Hawliya. He lived in Delhi. Life, how he living the life means it is leading very poverty, like means very poor. Masjid was that torch. How the masjid was torched with the roof means that is very hut like that. Okay, it was a center of activity. Which is a center of activity? Masjid. Masjid was a center of activity. And he refused the villages and gift to by the sultans. He refused the villages and given many villages to the sultans of Delhi. And Nizamuddin preached to the devotees who preached. Nizamuddin preached the devotees who visited him and practices good qualities and kindness. They were practiced the good qualities and kindnesses. After that was a Bande Nawaz. Was Bande Nawaz. So he was a famous Chisti Sufi saint. He was the disciple of Nasiruddin of Delhi. He was following of the Nasiruddin of Delhi. Bande Nawaz means protector. So who will protect for us? Our parents will protect. Like that only Bande Nawaz was protected are guided those who came to his shelter, for who those who are going for his shelter in that house or something, anybody they're asking any help means he is protect her, he will guide for them. And what is the original name? Yesuda Raj was a original name. What is the meaning of Yesuda Raj? Means long hair. He knew that Sanskrit, Sanskrit, Arabic, Parsi, and Dakkani. Dakkani means Urdu. He settled in Kalburgi. Where he settled? He settled in Kalburgi and respected by the king of Firoz Shah. Firoz Shah was a Bahmani kingdom. We can see in the Bahmani kingdom. Tajuddin Firoz Shah. By the time he was there, Bande Nawaz. He wrote Dakkani language. Who wrote Dakkani language? Bande Nawaz. Still, it is preserved in the Kalburgi library. We can say still also we can see in that Bande Nawaz languages and all where it is preserved Kalburgi. They were preserved in the Kalburgi. He is the person of Bande Nawaz. It is the Kalburgi fort and Tajuddin Firoz Shah he is a famous king of Bahmani dynasty and he wrote the Bande Nawaz wrote the wrote the Dakkani language means Urdu language. And every year Huru is held at the Kalburgi. Every year Huru will conduct in the Kalburgi. Next, after that, Salim Chishti tomb, Agra. Salim Chishti tomb, we can see in that Agra, it is there. And also Lahore, today's Pakistan will be there. Sheikh Ismail, Azmir, Kawaj, was Mahinuddin Chishti, Delhi, Nizamuddin Halia, Arcot, Tipu Mastar Halia, and Kalburgi, Kawaj, Bande, Nawaz. And according to that chronological order, they given the names. So Nizamuddin Halia, 12th century, 1238 to 1325 CE. Kabir Das 1442 1518 CE. Guru Nanak 1469 to 1539 CE. Purandara Dasaru 1480 to 1564 CE. Chaitanya Mirabai 1498 to 1569 CE. Kanakadasaru 1508 to 1606 CE. Tulsidasaru 1532 to 1623 CE. Thank you.